What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, and it's time for my top 25 heading into week 5 of the season. We have a new team in the top 5. We have, I think, 4. Now, there are several teams, I think, that dropped out this week. So let's get right to it. We'll start with the bottom of the top 25. And here we go now with number 21. We got Utah making their debut. A big win for them over Arizona. Nice win on the road there. Duke continues to stay unbeaten. Duke's got wins over Baylor, Northwestern, and now North Carolina. All Power 5 teams, not the greatest teams, but still Duke undefeated and looking good. South Florida makes it into the top 25 for the first time. Finally coming around. I think they've done enough to get there. Florida State and LSU both with tough losses. Florida State with a tough loss. LSU didn't look very good against Syracuse, so I actually dropped them some. And Mississippi State doesn't look all that good, and they killed for LSU, so that's kind of the reasoning there behind dropping LSU down. And let's keep it going now. 16 through 20. Oklahoma State, a big drop for them all the way from 5 to 16. They just couldn't get it done against TCU. That TCU defense played them really well. Notre Dame continues to climb. They move up 5 spots after an impressive win over Michigan State. Florida, 1 spot. They still don't look great, but they're finding ways to win, and that's the most important thing. Luke Del Rio going in there at quarterback might just spark this team. NC State up to 19, back where I originally thought they would be. And they proved it beating Florida State. Washington State is up a few more spots. They're really looking good. I couldn't decide about them, but now I'm starting to think they are going to be a really good team. They got USC Friday night. That'll be a good one. 11 through 15. Michigan stays at 11. Virginia Tech up 1 spot. Auburn finally gets it going. No turnovers. That offense just blew away Missouri. I know Missouri's not that good, but that was a pretty good win for them. Louisville also had an easy win. So both of those teams continue to climb. Miami climbs from 21 up to 15. We finally see them play another game, and they look pretty impressive. Toledo is a good team. It was close for a while, but Miami did, eventually pull away and show that they're a really good team. So that is 11 through 15. Now let's get into our top 10. And we'll start with TCU, the biggest jump this week from 16 to 6. What a win that was over Oklahoma State. They've also got that win over Arkansas, so their resume is looking like one of the best in college football. Washington, an impressive win over Colorado. They're up to number 7. Wisconsin hanging in there at 8. USC, I dropped them down. Something's up with them. I don't understand exactly what's going on. They're finding ways to win, though, so they're still in the top 10 at number 9. And Ohio State with an easy win, staying there at number 10. They are the highest-rated one-loss team that I have. You can make an argument that Auburn or Louisville deserves to be there because they lost to a better team. And I still have Clemson at number 1. Look, I know if you're basing off this past weekend, Alabama should be number 1. But you have to look at the whole season. And right now, nobody has better wins than Clemson. They've got wins over Auburn and Louisville. And they killed Louisville. I mean, they blew them out. Alabama has the win over Florida State. But Vanderbilt is not that good. And I know they were dominant in that game. And if they continue to play like that, nobody can beat them. If they can run the football like that, nobody in college football can beat them. But Penn State, I got up to number 3 after a nice road win over Iowa. Oklahoma, a little shaky against Baylor. They drop 1 spot. And here comes Georgia into the top 5, up 2 spots after a big, impressive win over Mississippi State. So here's the teams that dropped out. Oregon, tough loss to Arizona State. Maybe I got too high on them too quick. Mississippi State, the same thing with them. And I can understand the argument, why is LSU ranked and Mississippi State is not. Maybe LSU doesn't deserve to be there. I don't know. We'll see. Memphis, not a great win for them. And San Diego State didn't have a great win either. And Memphis and San Diego State didn't do anything wrong. There are just teams that impress me more, I guess. So they can still get back into that top 25. That win over UCLA doesn't look as good for Memphis. So now let's look at the teams that I considered. South Florida, I actually put South Florida in, so they should not be on this list. I forgot to take them off. Georgia Tech, they look a big one over Pittsburgh. Iowa played very tough against Penn State, so I'm still looking at them as a top 25 team possibly. Tennessee, maybe they don't deserve to be here due to that poor performance against UMass. We're still keeping an eye on them. Indiana continues to look good. West Virginia continues to look good. Texas Tech undefeated. I thought about putting them in there. Wake Forest undefeated. Went over Appalachian State. And Stanford, even with the 2 losses, they still look like a pretty good team. I mean, they beat UCLA pretty bad. So they're the only 2-loss team, I guess, that I'm considering here because they lost to San Diego State and USC, which I think are both pretty good teams. So we'll see how it goes moving forward. We're going to do some of our recaps later on today. Definitely get the SEC done. Not sure exactly what I'll do. But I'm going to be trying to do those recaps at the beginning of the week instead of doing, one team each day or one conference each day. I'm going to do the recaps all at the beginning of the week so that we can kind of move forward to the previews. So that is going to do it for my top 25 this week. What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? Leave a comment down below and let me know. Is there a team maybe that you think should be in the top 25 that I did not include? I love hearing from all of you and getting your opinions on it. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more here on the SG1 Sports YouTube channel.